What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be breaking down our snake avoidance process so that way you know a little bit about what to expect coming up at this alumni session. So for snake avoidance, the goal of the training is to create awareness and honestly a healthy fear for your dog of these venomous snake species. So in South Texas, we have a lot of venomous snakes out there. We have our rattlesnakes, we have coral snakes, copperheads, and then water moccasins in some areas, even though they're not that common. I know for sure we're gonna have 2 samples of the rattlesnakes out there. I know the snake wrangler that we're working with is going to try to find some coral snakes, but there is no guarantee. Hopefully, being early in the season, we can have them out there, but at least we'll be exposed to rattlesnakes during this training. Our main priority is keeping things safe. So just so I can answer those questions, how we're doing that, how we're keeping your dog safe, is we're going to be putting these snakes, these samples, into a clear tote. These totes have holes in them to maximize airflow and create better scent availability for your dogs. And then they're clear so that way vision is as unobstructed as possible while still having a healthy, safe barrier in between your dog and that rattlesnake. Now, the scent is very important. So as we talk about how this benefits your dog is most likely going to encounter snakes through scent first, and then maybe sound if it's a rattlesnake, and then hopefully the last sense that they're using is sight, because if they're in sight of that snake, probably within close proximity of it, and so we want them to turn away from it. But we preferably want our dog to smell that snake and go the opposite direction after this training. And so those holes in there to create airflow are really important, and that allows that snake scent that your dog can smell, we can't smell it, but your dog can smell, to come out of that tote. We are going to set up these lanes in a way, and it'll be broken down by your Ivy League trainers during the session, but they're going to be broken down in these lanes that you're just going to be on a loose leash walk, maybe at the end of your 10-foot training leash with your dogs, giving them lots of space, lots of freedoms to encounter this snake sample on their own. Once they see this, oh, weird, clear Tupperware, and I go up to investigate, your dog is going to be smelling the snake, hopefully hearing that rattle, and then seeing that snake. We want a really good investigation, all the scents there at the same time, and then we are going to administer a aversion through your dog's electronic collar. Now, this electronic collar aversion is going to be at a very high level. It's going to be at a much higher level than your normal working motivation levels. If you remember back to your turnover documents, the act of God method of using your e-collar, that's a little bit of what we're tapping into here. But essentially, we're using the electronic collar to administer a snake bite to your dog, something that is not pleasant feeling, causes a pain reaction, and we're waiting till we get correct timing so that way your dog associates that pain response, that aversion, to that snake sample. If we do this right, we're not administering any verbal corrections or anything coming from us. We want our dogs to understand and to think that that sensation that I felt through the collar came from that snake, so I'm going to get the heck out of here. I don't want anything to do with those little serpents. I mean, honestly, a real snake bite would cause the same exact reaction to your dog. A big rattlesnake bite onto the nose causes a lot of pain, very severe injuries, maybe even death. So that's going to cause an aversion naturally. So what we're trying to do is create this in a way that's more controlled and obviously much, much safer, but still get that same reaction that your dog wants nothing to do with those animals. We'll have a couple lanes set up so that way we can run this in multiple areas, giving your dog a little bit of a break in between. And your Ivy League trainers that are there are going to help you guys run through this. They may take the remote and work the remote for you while you guys just hold the leash and kind of run your dogs through the lanes there. It honestly is going to be a fairly decent amount of standing around and waiting for your turn to go. So while we're standing and waiting, you'll get some more instructions, but we'll just keep things safe, work on that passive socialization, and then wait for your turn to go through the training lanes with the snakes there. We hope to see you there. I know that this is a extremely beneficial training lesson that you guys can take advantage of. So we're excited to see you there. Please RSVP at the link below, and we'll see you soon.